In this video, I provide an in-depth BigCommerce review from the perspective of a 7-figure e-commerce store owner who has helped many students with their BigCommerce shops. Now, this video is sponsored by BigCommerce, but all opinions are my own, and I tell it like how it is, including both the pros and the cons. Enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. Now, when it comes to selecting the right e-commerce platform, a common question that I get asked is, which apps do you need for your shop? But in my mind, the real question should be, why doesn't your base e-commerce platform offer you what you need out of the box? Why should you install a hodgepodge of different apps that may conflict with one another and pay recurring fees when you can simply sign up for an e-commerce platform that does it all? Now, when it comes to platform stability, an in-house solution is almost always more robust and stable than a third-party add-on. Now, if you hate getting nickel and dimed, BigCommerce is an e-commerce platform that is adopted in everything you need out of the box philosophy. And unlike other shopping carts that force you to pay for apps, BigCommerce offers a suite of e-commerce features that are available right out of the box for one flat fee per month. Now, this in-depth BigCommerce review will outline the pros and the cons of the platform and help you decide whether BigCommerce is the right shopping cart for you. But first off, what is BigCommerce? Well, BigCommerce is a fully hosted e-commerce platform that allows you to easily set up your own online stores to sell physical or digital products online. And by paying a low monthly fee, BigCommerce will host your website on their servers and handle all the tech. As a result, you don't need any technical skills to begin, nor do you need to install any software on your own machine. As long as you have a web browser and access to the internet, you can sell online. Web design skills are not necessary either. BigCommerce offers a wide variety of themes, both free and paid, and a suite of e-commerce features designed to help you effectively sell online. Now, BigCommerce is a public company and hosts many well-known brands such as Skullcandy, Clarks, Hush Puppies, Camelback, and more. Now, let's start out by talking about pricing. Unlike other fully hosted e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, BigCommerce's pricing is fully transparent. For one flat fee, you get access to an entire suite of features without the need for plugins to run a powerful e-commerce store. And you're not going to get nickel and dime with separate apps with monthly recurring fees, and what you see is what you get. Now, the only caveat is that BigCommerce's monthly fee is based on the revenue that your store generates. So on the standard plan, it costs $29.95 a month for a store that generates up to $50K. On the Plus plan, you pay $79.95 for a store that generates up to $180K in yearly revenue. The Pro plan costs $299 for a store that generates up to $400K in yearly revenue, and anything higher than that is the Enterprise plan, where you must contact BigCommerce for custom pricing. Now, getting charged based on revenue can either be good or bad depending on your margins. So for example, let's say your net profit margins are only 5%. So if your store generates $15K in revenue per month, that leaves you with a profit of $750. And at this revenue level, you would be placed on the BigCommerce Pro plan, which costs $299 a month, and that would basically cost you 40% of your profit. So for low margin businesses, you are probably better off going with a platform like Shopify that doesn't charge based on revenue. However, most of you in the 20 to 40% profit margin range will not have this problem. Now, the great news about BigCommerce is that they do not charge transaction fees on any of their plans. In addition, you are free to use whichever credit card processing company that you want without incurring additional charges. Now, in contrast, Shopify charges up to a 2% transaction fee if you don't use Shopify payments. Now, by default, BigCommerce offers payment processing out of the box using Braintree. And here are the default payment processing rates based on plan. On the standard plan, it's 2.9% plus 30 cents. On the Plus plan, it's 2.5% plus 30 cents. On the Pro plan, it's 2.2% plus 30 cents. And on the Enterprise plan, you can negotiate lower rates. Now, when it comes to credit card processing, I want to stress that the freedom to choose your own payment processor is a big deal because credit card fees can quickly add up as your revenue grows. So for example, you can often negotiate rates lower than 2.2% on your own store once you cross over $50K a month in revenue. Now, the ability to use any credit card gateway without transaction fees is an even bigger deal if you are outside the US. So for example, if you're on Shopify and you live in Thailand or any country where Shopify payments is not supported, you have to pay a 2% transaction fee in addition to your credit card processing fees. But with BigCommerce, you can use any payment provider without any additional costs. All right, let's talk features. While BigCommerce offers a fully functional shopping cart out of the box, there are a couple of features that are only available on the higher plans. But let's start with the standard plan. As mentioned earlier, BigCommerce offers a full suite of e-commerce features out of the box that are more than adequate for you to start selling online. So here's a list of the prominent features that are included in the standard plan and higher plans. You get a drag and drop page builder. If you're not tech savvy, their drag and drop page builder can help you design great looking web pages without touching a single line of code. Free templates. BigCommerce offers a variety of free themes that are mobile responsive and look great. Payment processing. BigCommerce offers an out-of-the-box integration with Braintree. Search engine optimization. BigCommerce has superior SEO features compared to other shopping carts because they allow you to manually adjust the titles, meta descriptions, and the URL slugs for all of your products and categories. Image optimization. BigCommerce will automatically shrink down your images for fast page load speeds. Discounts and gift vouchers. You can offer buy one, get one free promotions, tier discounts, repeat customer discounts, and more. In fact, BigCommerce's discount engine is very powerful. Product reviews. BigCommerce can automatically solicit product reviews to be displayed on your shop, and these reviews can also show up in the Google search results. You can also generate detailed customer reports, customer acquisition reports, search engine reports, financial reports, and more from the backend interface. And then finally, you also get automatic currency conversion. This feature is very important if you sell in different countries, and BigCommerce has fantastic international support. Now, BigCommerce's cheapest standard plan is only $29.95, but it's missing 4 main features. And by upgrading to the Plus plan for $79.95 a month, you'll receive the following. An abandoned cart saver. This tool automatically emails your customers when they begin checkout, but don't complete the process. Now, most seasoned e-commerce entrepreneurs will be using Klaviyo or an equivalent tool to handle abandoned carts, which makes this feature less important. You also get a persistent shopping cart. When a customer abandons their order, their shopping cart contents are saved until they return. Now, this feature is obviously important for abandoned cart recovery. Now, the next feature is credit card storage. Now, this feature stores credit card information on BigCommerce's PCI compliant servers, so a customer doesn't have to enter in their payment information again for subsequent purchases. Now, this is important for mobile transactions because no one likes typing on a small keyboard. And then finally, you get customer segmentation. You can easily create different classes of customers with different incentives. And this is important if you have wholesale customers, for example. Now, the next higher plan is called the Pro plan. Now, the jump from the BigCommerce Plus plan to the Pro plan isn't very dramatic because you don't gain much more functionality. But the most prominent feature of the Pro plan is the ability to gather Google customer reviews. Now, Google Reviews is a free program offered by Google that allows you to solicit store-wide feedback about your shop. Now, these reviews will then show up in the Google search results, which may increase the credibility of your store. Displaying the Google Reviews badge can also improve your conversion rates, provided that you have favorable reviews. Now, another notable feature of the Pro plan is the ability to offer faceted search and product filtering. Now, if you have a lot of products in different categories, you can offer additional search features to allow customers to quickly narrow down what they're looking for. So, for example, you can use faceted search to quickly display just the red items in your store or the products that cost less than a certain dollar amount. Now, the final feature of the Pro plan is the ability to purchase a custom SSL certificate, but I would say that 99% of you will never use this feature. And finally, there's the Enterprise plan. Now, the main benefit of the Enterprise plan is dedicated support. You'll be assigned a dedicated account manager and have access to priority support. In addition, you gain the ability to work directly with the support team to add custom functionality to your shop using the BigCommerce API. Now, this plan is reserved for larger stores in the mid-7-figure revenue range and typically costs at least $1,000 to $2,000 per month, depending on volume. Just a side note, you can actually stay on the BigCommerce Pro plan beyond $400K in revenue. However, you'll have to pay an additional $150 a month per additional $200K in yearly revenue. Now, let's talk about the features that make BigCommerce stand out, and that's blogging. Every store owner needs to start their own blog in order to generate free traffic from the search engines and to establish a strong brand. But the problem with most fully hosted shopping carts is that their built-in blogging platform only provides a bare bones feature set. So, for example, if I wanted to add an auto-generated table of contents to every post, I would have to create it manually on BigCommerce or Shopify's native blogging platform. Now, while BigCommerce's blogging platform is okay if you want to write an occasional blog post, serious bloggers need to be on WordPress. However, integrating WordPress with a fully hosted e-commerce platform usually requires a steep trade-off. Platforms like Shopify require you to place your blog on a completely different subdomain. So for example, instead of putting your blog on yourstore.com/blog, Shopify forces you to use blog.yourstore.com. Now, because Google treats a subdomain as a completely different website, having your blog on a subdomain is not ideal for SEO. Now, BigCommerce offers a really awesome WordPress integration. So if you want to integrate a WordPress blog with your online store, BigCommerce offers a seamless WordPress integration that allows you to have both your blog and your shop on the same domain. And as mentioned earlier, having both entities on the same domain is ideal for SEO, and BigCommerce allows you to do exactly that. Here's all you need to do. You just need to install your WordPress blog, and then you need to install the BigCommerce for WordPress plugin, and that's it. The BigCommerce for WordPress plugin installs a fully featured shopping cart on your WordPress blog without slowing down your site. Now, this solution is ideal because your shopping cart is hosted on BigCommerce, which is completely separate from your main blog. In fact, all e-commerce transactions are conducted on BigCommerce's servers behind the scenes. But from the perspective of the customer, they are shopping directly from your WordPress site. Now, BigCommerce's WordPress integration is the best of both worlds. You can run a WordPress blog on the same domain as your shop, and your blog won't get bogged down by e-commerce transactions. If there's a single best reason to use BigCommerce, that is probably it. Now let's talk about BigCommerce's design themes. For the past several years, BigCommerce has quickly closed the gap in terms of design quality. And today, BigCommerce offers a variety of great-looking themes, both free and paid. If you opt for a paid theme, it will cost you between $150 to $300. Now, once you've selected a theme, all you have to do is upload your own graphics and text to customize your site. And based on experience, I would say that most themes will take you about 85% of the way there, but you may need to make slight tweaks to the HTML code to get your site looking exactly how you want. Now, BigCommerce offers a nice drag and drop page creation tool for the design challenged. Now, every BigCommerce theme is fully responsive and mobile friendly. In addition, every free theme also provides a multi-currency converter out of the box. Based on the IP address of your customer, they will be shown prices in the correct currency depending on where they live. Next up is search engine optimization. Now, one of BigCommerce's biggest strengths lies with their search engine optimization because you can adjust your page titles, your meta descriptions, and your URL slugs however you like. Now, this flexibility is actually worth mentioning because Shopify has a very rigid URL structure which cannot be changed and is not ideal for SEO. So for example, here's what a typical Shopify URL looks like. yourstore.com/collections/your product/your product name. Now, a more optimal SEO URL would read as follows, which can be achieved with BigCommerce. yourstore.com/the product name. Now, every BigCommerce theme is mobile friendly, responsive, and follows Google's best practices. In addition, BigCommerce offers image optimization and compression via Akamai. Akamai Image Manager is an automated image optimizer that displays the smallest possible image on your shop based on screen size. And this reduces page load times, which is optimal for SEO. In addition, BigCommerce also uses a CDN, which serves up your content from the nearest geographically located server. Now, how easy is it to use BigCommerce? Now, because BigCommerce offers almost every e-commerce feature you need out of the box, it's not going to be as easy to use as Shopify, because more features always adds more complexity. However, BigCommerce's interface is fairly straightforward and user-friendly, and you shouldn't have any problems navigating their site, even if you are brand new to e-commerce. Now, the BigCommerce feature that I like the most is their drag and drop page builder. Now, similar to Elementor, Site Origin, or Gutenberg for WordPress, you can easily drag and drop elements onto your page to design your own custom website without any coding required. However, it's important to note that you can't edit your hard-coded theme elements with the drag and drop editor. Adjusting your core theme usually requires some HTML coding. So for example, you can't remove the front splash image with the editor if the front splash is a part of your theme. But overall, BigCommerce's user interface is easy to use, and you should be able to design a great-looking website with the right theme. Now, aside from running an online store, you can also take payments from a physical location, such as a brick-and-mortar store or a trade show booth. BigCommerce integrates with popular POS providers like Square and Clover, and all transactions are automatically updated in the BigCommerce backend. Now, most third-party POS suppliers support BigCommerce out of the box, but make sure you check the website for a complete list of providers. Now, let's talk about the App Store. Compared to Shopify, BigCommerce's App Store is about 6 times smaller. But in reality, most BigCommerce store owners will not need to install as many apps because most of the essential functionality is already built in. Right now, BigCommerce is the #2 fully hosted shopping cart provider behind Shopify, and as a result, most new cutting-edge e-commerce features will arrive on Shopify first over BigCommerce. In addition, the relative popularity of Shopify over BigCommerce means that there are going to be a lot more third-party Shopify developers than BigCommerce. However, cutting-edge e-commerce apps always eventually make their way to BigCommerce. But depending on your time frame and what you need for your shop right now, BigCommerce may or may not be the best solution for you in the third-party apps department. All right, so let's sum it up and talk about BigCommerce's main strengths. When it comes to comparing different e-commerce platforms, every shopping cart tends to blend together. So here's a concise summary of BigCommerce's main strengths over the competition. Blogging. Because BigCommerce allows you to host your store and your blog on the same domain, BigCommerce is a superior solution if you plan on starting a store blog. In addition, BigCommerce offers superior SEO features compared to competing platforms like Shopify because you can adjust your titles, meta descriptions, and URL slugs. Pricing. Assuming you sell higher margin goods, BigCommerce will tend to be cheaper than competing platforms like Shopify. Because most essential shopping cart functionality is already included, you won't get nickel and dimed with apps with recurring monthly fees. BigCommerce has really strong multi-currency and international support. They offer currency conversion on all their free themes by default, and in addition, BigCommerce does not charge transaction fees, which gives you the freedom to use whatever payment processor you want, no matter where you live. Right now, Shopify payments is only offered in a small number of countries, which means that you'll be forced to pay an extra 2% if Shopify payments is not supported. In addition, you can sell on BigCommerce in multiple languages with a third-party app, and translations are automatic. BigCommerce has a very strong product variant engine. If you sell a product with many variants, BigCommerce offers excellent support. So let's say you sell a shirt that comes in 6 sizes with 10 colors and 10 styles, BigCommerce can accommodate you. Unlike Shopify, which only allows 100 total product variants, BigCommerce offers up to 600 different styles for the same product. So those are the pros. Here are the main weaknesses. Pricing. BigCommerce charges based on revenue, which means that your fees scale with the growth of your e-commerce store. Now, this can be problematic if you sell cheap, low-margin products. There's also very little differentiation between the higher plans, which means that you're essentially paying more money without additional functionality to show for it. There's also less third-party support. BigCommerce is not as popular as Shopify, so cutting-edge apps will usually arrive later. For example, Gorgeous is a tool that I've been using for several years now, and they just announced BigCommerce support recently. In addition, there are less available BigCommerce developers than Shopify as well. So overall, BigCommerce is one of the best fully hosted e-commerce platforms available, and I highly recommend them. And personally, I hate getting nickel and dimed, which is why I appreciate the fact that BigCommerce includes so much out-of-the-box functionality, even with the cheaper plans. BigCommerce is also very strong on the SEO front, and their seamless WordPress integration allows you to have your blog and your shop on the same domain. And this feature alone can justify the cost. And finally, BigCommerce is superior to most other shopping carts when you sell internationally. Because they offer multi-currency support and no transaction fees, you can sell anywhere in the world. Now, the only aspect of BigCommerce that I don't like is their revenue-based pricing, but they have to get paid somehow. But overall, BigCommerce is a great shopping cart to use. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you like what you saw, there's actually a lot more where that came from if you subscribe to my channel below. And if you are interested in learning how to sell physical products online, then click over here and take my free 6-day mini course where I'll walk you through everything that you need to know to get started in e-commerce. Thanks for watching.